Buying a steak has gotten very expensive, so you don't want to make a mistake. I want you to keep 4 things in mind when you're shopping for steaks. First of all, tenderness. Now that's really a function of where the cut comes from on the animal. If it's a muscle that doesn't get a lot of exercise, like the tenderloin which runs along the back, it will be a tender steak. If it's a muscle that gets more exercise, let's say like the skirt steak, it's going to be chewy. So the second consideration is flavor, and flavor is really all about fat. Now, this steak here in the back is a prime steak, and you see the marbling running through this steak. It's going to be absolutely delicious. The next grade down is choice, and that's fine too. In the front, though, we have a select steak. You don't want a select steak. There's almost no fat, means almost no flavor. Next up is size. So I prefer to buy a thicker steak because it's easier to cook. It can stay on the grill or in the pan longer without overcooking, which means you get a better crust on it. In fact, I often buy a 12 or 16 ounce steak for myself and my wife, and we slice it and serve it 1 steak, 2 people. Last consideration is price, and nothing is cheap, but I've organized here the choices into 3 categories. And we're going to start with the luxe category. So these are, as you might have guessed, splurge steaks, pretty expensive. I've got a strip steak in the back here, also known as a top loin or a shell steak. It's got a beefy flavor and a sort of pleasant chew. Next up, this is the ribeye. So this is basically prime rib without the bones. It's a little juicier, it's a little fattier than the strip steak. It's a lovely steak for the grill. In the front, the tenderloin or the filet mignon. There's almost no fat in this. Honestly, I don't quite get the point. Yeah, it's really tender, but there's a reason why it needs butter, a sauce, or a pepper crust, is because there's not a whole lot of flavor. So as you can tell, I'm not a huge fan of the tenderloin. The middle category here, party steaks. So they're party steaks because these are steaks you're going to enjoy with a group of people. I've got the T-bone closest to me and the porterhouse in front. A couple things you need to know about these. They're really 2 steaks in one. So here in the front of this T-bone is actually a piece of tenderloin. The back part is strip. The difference between T-bone and porterhouse is cut further back on the animal, so this piece of tenderloin is a little bit larger on the tenderloin. Pro tip, the tenderloin is going to cook faster than the strip, so put it on the side of the grill away from the coals if you're outside, which is probably the best way to cook these big, gigantic party steaks. Last up, the moderately expensive category. This used to be moderately inexpensive, but there is no such thing as an inexpensive steak. Let's start with the flank steak here in the back. You can see the longitudinal grain. This is a very large steak. They typically run 1.5, 2 pounds, sometimes even more. 2 things. Do not cook this past medium or it's going to be tough, and slice it thin against the grain. Next up, we have the sirloin flap. So this is perfect for steak tips. Buy this whole. Sometimes you'll see things in the supermarket labeled sirloin, flap meat, or steak tips, but you don't really know where they're from. They'll be cut into cubes or strips. Buy the large steak and cut it yourself. This is wonderful in stir fries or in steak tips. And finally, this is a skirt steak. It's got a grain that runs this way. It's really beefy. It's got more fat than the flank steak, which it's often compared to. It's sometimes called the fajita steak, and I love its sort of narrow width because when you slice this, it tucks in perfectly into a tortilla. So there you have it, the favorite steaks here at Cook's Country and tips so that you don't make a mistake next time you go shopping in the supermarket. Enjoy.
For full episodes of your favorite cooking shows, head over to ATK's Full Episodes channel on YouTube. You can stream complete seasons of America's Test Kitchen, Cook's Country, and more. See you there.